our class or start our class with my singing bowl. Again, come to a comfortable seated position on your mat. Doesn't matter whether you're lotus, half lotus, stretched out legs, kneeling, just sit comfortably and close your eyes and place your hands into your lap with the left hand on top of your right hand. Inhale deeply once and just lengthening that spine, and then allow that spine to just become soft and close your eyes. Welcome to the Wednesday evening. Beautiful cold outside, warm inside. Keeping your hands in your lap. Rooting down through your sit bones. Square your shoulders. Relax your thigh muscles and your hip muscles. Relax your facial expression and gently tug your chin down towards your chest. Be mindful of your body and do as much as you feel like today and add 10%. And keep pulling that chin down towards your chest and then adding your shoulders into that pull. Gently tug your shoulder blades down towards your sit bones. Just stretching that neck and shoulder girdle area for those who have been sitting at a desk the whole time. With your next inhale, just gently lift that chin into horizontal level. And with the exhale, drop the back of your head behind your shoulders, opening up your throat chakra and pointing up your chin towards the ceiling. And then jut out your lower jaw up towards the ceiling, so you'll feel a stretch along the side muscles in your neck and down your throat. And repeat that stretch a couple of times. Make that 3. You might feel that stretch all the way down to your collarbones. Last stretch, jutting your chin up towards the ceiling. And then relax that chin back. And on the inhale, slowly raise your head up again. And then on the exhale, drop your right ear down towards your right shoulder. Feeling the stretch beautifully from the left earlobe all the way down to your left shoulder. And if you want to add a bit of stretch, gently pull that left shoulder away from your ear. You might actually feel that stretch all the way to the collarbone as well, depending on how tight those anterior mandible muscles are. On the next inhale, come back to center. Always be gentle when you're doing anything with your neck. Exhale, drop your left earlobe down towards your left shoulder. And gently tug your right shoulder away from that ear. Try to keep that head as balanced or parallel to your shoulders and to your mat as possible. On the next inhale, come on back to center. Relax your shoulders, rotate them backwards and forwards. And then place your hands in front of your heart center. Gently lower your forehead down towards your fingertips and think of a wish, dedication, or mantra to guide you through the class, the rest of the day, and maybe the rest of the week. As soon as you found something that works for you, repeat it to yourself 3 times to root it in your heart and let it spread throughout your body. And then inhale, taking your thumbs up to your forehead, allow that dedication mantra or affirmation to get planted into your mind as well. And take your hands down. You can either leave your eyes closed or open them, placing your palms onto your belly. We're going to do our breathing or pranayama. We're going to inhale to the count of 4, hold for the count of 4, and then exhale to the count of 6. Repeating it 3 times. Your thighs and hips and abdominals are still relaxed. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. And we're going to inhale, expanding our belly. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale 6, 5, pulling that belly button back towards your spine. 3, 2, and 1. And inhale again. 4, 3, 2. Push that belly away. 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly exhale, pulling that belly button gradually back towards your spine. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, last time into the belly. 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale. 6, 5, 4. Pulling that belly button back towards your spine. 2, and 1. And then move your hands up to your rib cage. Inhaling into your belly. 4, 3. Pull that breath up into your rib cage. Allow it to grow wide. 2, 1. Sit a tad bit taller. Relax your shoulders away from your ears and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, curling those ribs in. 6, 5, 4. Pull your belly button back. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale into your belly. 4, 3. Pull that breath up into your rib cage. 2, and 1. And hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, curl those ribs in. 6, 5, 4. Pull your belly button back. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. 4, 3. Pull the breath up into your rib cage. 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale from your rib cage. 6, 5. Curl them in. 4. Belly button back. 3, 2, and 1. And then move your fingertips up to your collarbones, sitting a tad bit taller. Inhale into your belly. 4, 3. Pull it up into your rib cage. 2, and then all the way up to your collarbones. 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale from your collarbone. 6, 5. Curl your ribs in. 4. Belly button back. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale again into your belly. 4, 3. Pull it up into your rib cage. 2. And then all the way up to your collarbone. Sitting up a tad bit taller, relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale from your collarbone. 6, 5. Curl the ribs in. 4. Belly button back. 3, 2, and 1. And last inhale into that belly. 4, 3. Pull that breath up into your rib cage. 2. Then all the way up to your collarbones. And hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale. 6, 5. Make it count this last exhale. Curling your ribs in. Pulling your belly button back. And 2, and 1. Place your hands left and right of your thighs and just sit with that feeling that is spread throughout your body. Hopefully, it's calmness, your breathing is even, your mind is totally empty. Take a deep inhale, lengthen that spine. And exhale, allow that spine to soften. If you want to curl that vertebra down, allow your shoulders to drop down towards your lap. And then allow your head to go heavy if you want to. Else, just sit there with a soft spine. On the next inhale, start straightening your spine from your sit bones, tailbone, into your lumbar spine. Uncurling gradually, coming into middle back, upper back, squaring your shoulders, lengthening your neck, and then looking straight forward. Interlace your fingers and then reach those hands up towards the ceiling, taking your shoulders along, stretching from your hips along your side bodies into armpits, arms, and hands. Look up towards that ceiling. Exhale, come on down. And then twist your wrists so that your palms are looking away from you. And instead of pushing your shoulders forward, rotate them backward so that your shoulder blades are pulling down towards your sit bones, dropping your chin down towards your chest. Get a nice stretch across the palms of your hands, your wrists up along your arms, and in your shoulders. Inhale, come on up. Big inhale, then take those arms behind your head, leaving the head where it is, but move those upper arms past your ears. Feel that stretch across your chest, maybe alongside those muscles, left and right of your spine. Exhale, come on down, rotating your wrists forward again so that they're facing away from you, and then rotating the shoulders backwards and down towards the tailbone, tugging your chin down towards your chest. You might feel a stretch across your shoulder girdle and definitely along your neck. On the next inhale, let go of your interlaced fingers and reach those fingertips out away from your body. Exhale, go hug yourself, grab shoulders or shoulder blades, and then pull the shoulders away from your ears and take your chin down towards your chest. Feeling that stretch in between your shoulder blades. Inhale, reach those arms out again, and then rotate your shoulders backwards and move your arms behind your body, interlace your fingers, and pull those interlaced fingers down towards the mat. If your arms are too long, just tilt those wrists a bit so that you can still pull those hands and wrists down towards the mat. And then take your chin down towards your chest. Beautiful opening of the chest and the shoulder girdle and the stretch in your neck. If you take your chin down towards your chest, keep breathing while you're in this position, relaxing your thighs and hips and abdominals. On your next inhale, slowly let go of your interlaced fingers, uncurl those shoulders and just rotate them backwards and forwards. Take your left hand, place it onto your right knee. Take your right hand behind your sit bones. Let's get a bit of a twist in here. Inhale, lengthen that spine, pulling both shoulders away from the ears, and then exhale. Gentle, small twist over towards your right shoulder. Use that left hand on your right knee to give you some leverage, and you'll feel that twist from your mid-body up towards your head. Inhale, lengthening your spine. Exhale, look towards your right shoulder and tug that chin down towards your right shoulder as well. Inhale, last time, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And try to remain rooted down through your sit bones so that your hips are flat. On the next inhale, turn your head forward and exhale, allow the rest of your body to come with it. Then take your right hand, place it onto your left knee, left hand behind your sit bones or tailbone. Inhale, lengthening that spine, and then pulling those shoulders away from your ears. And on the exhale, twist towards the left, Tugging that chin down towards your left shoulder, and gaze goes to your left shoulder as well. So you'll feel that stretch from your right earlobe all the way down to your right shoulder. Make use of your right hand on that left knee. Going to repeat twice. Inhale, lengthen that spine all the way up to your crown chakra. Exhale, twist. And use that left shoulder to open your chest even more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. On the next inhale, slowly move your head forward so you're gazing straight forward. And then on the exhale, allow the rest of your body to come with it. Might feel a bit of movement is very good in your ribs. Very good. Let's come on to a tabletop position. Your knees are hip distance apart and keeping your toes either tucked under or flat on the mat. I'll leave that up to you. Let's just go into puppy pose, allowing that chest to drop down towards the mat, opening your anterior deltoids. You might feel that stretch along your armpits and arms. Your arms are engaged. Your hands are a bit further than shoulder width apart. Allow your chest and chin to travel down towards the mat. Perhaps you can rest your chin on the mat. Your gaze is forward. Your sit bones are directed up towards the ceiling. Try to get an angle that is less than 90 degrees between your thighs and your calves. You should feel a beautiful relief around your pelvis and into your lumbar spine. If it doesn't feel comfortable resting on your chin, just turn your head to one or the other side and allow the side of your face to rest on the mat. Your hands are beautifully engaged, your fingers are splayed, and connect the palms of your hands to the mat, just to root your entire being. Now stay here for another 3 breaths. Deep inhales and very, very long exhales. Keep exhaling for as long as you can until that natural inhale just happens. And 2 more. And last inhale. And the next inhale. Look towards your hands and slowly come on back up, taking your hands under your shoulders. Let's come straight into a cat, pushing the upper part of your back, the area between your shoulder blades, up towards the ceiling, curling your tailbone under and dropping that head down towards the mat. Firmly press into the palms of your hands so that your arms are beautifully engaged and they grow long, pushing those shoulder blades further up towards the ceiling. The more you can curl your head under, tugging your chin down towards your chest, the rounder your back can get. And try to get the lower back to be round as well. Let's stay here for 3 breaths. Relax your neck and throat. If you want to play around with your shoulders, pull your shoulders away from your ears and see how that feels, lengthening the distance between your earlobes and shoulders. On the next inhale, slowly allow your spine to get into that natural curve. And then take your right hand and thread it under your left arm. Come to lie on your right shoulder, taking your left hand out so that your thumb and your nose are in one line. They're about 10-15 centimeters away. Your fingers are splayed, and there's a 90-degree angle between your left lower arm and upper arm. We're going to inhale, we're going to lengthen that spine. The side of your head is relaxed on the mat.
And on the exhale, we're going to gently apply some pressure into that left hand. Gaze goes up towards the ceiling and we're opening that chest. You might feel a stretch across your right shoulder blade and you'll feel a small twist from the center of your body, belly button all the way up to your shoulders and into your neck. On the exhale, we open and apply pressure into the palm of our hands. And on the inhale, we lengthen that spine. On the next inhale, slowly come back to center, come back into that tabletop. Now let's go straight into a cat position, tucking that chin down towards our chest, lengthening those arms and allowing gravity to pull our head down towards the mat, rounding that spine from the top of our shoulder blades all the way down to our tailbone. You might want to tug that belly button back towards the spine to be able to curl that pelvis under a bit more. On the next inhale, come back to a neutral spine and then take your left arm, gently run it under your right arm. Your right hand comes out on the same line as your nose, your fingers are splayed. There's a 90-degree angle between your left lower arm and upper arm. We're going to inhale, we're going to lengthen that spine. The side of your head is resting on the mat. And on the exhale, we're going to apply some pressure into that right hand, opening our chest and gazing up towards the ceiling. Feeling that gentle twist from your belly button all the way up to your head. I'm going to repeat 3 times, lengthening our spine on the inhale and twisting on our exhale. We never close that shoulder, we leave it as open as possible, maybe gaining a millimeter or 2 on each and every exhale. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist some more. Always check in with your body, especially now in this position with your spine, to see whether the twist is good and the pressure is sufficient. On the next inhale, lengthen, and exhale, come back into tabletop and come straight into that cat again, pushing those shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. Allow your head to drop down and lengthen those arms so you'll feel that stretch in your tricep as well. Curling that pelvis under and your belly button goes back towards the spine. Take that chin a bit closer to your chest so that you feel the lengthening in your neck as well. On the next inhale, come back to neutral back and push back into child's pose, taking your arms alongside your thighs, allowing your abdomen to rest on your thighs, and really allow your shoulders to curl forward. Most of the time we're holding on somewhere in our neck or shoulder girdle region. This time just allow them to drop down towards the mat. Your forehead is on the mat. If that is not comfortable, just twist or turn your neck so that you're either looking to the left or the right, or even place the pillow under your forehead. We're going to stay here for 5 long inhales and nice long exhales so that you can really make sure that from the tip of your toes all the way to the fingertips and on top of your head, your entire body is relaxed. Belly is heavy on your thighs. Shoulders move forward and down towards the mat. If you feel that your neck is being squashed, just move your forehead a bit forward to get that length into your neck again. We'll go 2 more breaths here. And last inhale. Really make use of that breath and exhale. Allow that body to grow heavy. And the next inhale, take that forehead down onto the mat again. Grab hold of your heels. We're going to go into the rabbit pose. Curl your chin down towards your chest. And then curl your head under so that the top of your head is resting on the mat. And the next inhale, we're going to raise our glutes off that mat and roll over our head, firmly holding onto our heels. Feeling that stretch in the neck and across the shoulders, maybe even in the arms, maybe in the quads, depending on how hard you're pushing your upper body away from your legs. And exhale, slowly coming down again. Have your glutes resting on your heels. You're going to repeat 3 times. Do it in your own breath. We'll meet in rabbit pose again. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, come on down slowly. Inhale, come on up again. You can even pull your shoulders away from your ears and pull the shoulder blades down towards your sit bones to increase the stretch in your shoulders. Exhale, come on down. Inhale up. I lost count. We'll do one more after this because it feels so good. Keeping that chin tucked towards your chest. Exhale, coming down. One more inhale, coming up. And exhale, coming down. Let go of those heels and take your arms in front of your body. Allow that belly to rest down onto your thighs again and drop your forehead down to the mat, keeping your arms active. On your inhale, walk those fingertips away from your body, stretching from your sit bones along your back into your armpits and along your arms. And on the exhale, allow the arms and shoulders to relax away and come back to your center of your body. Inhale one more time, extending those arms out as far as possible. And exhale. On the next inhale, move forward, and let's come back into a tabletop. Curl your toes under, and let's come up into our first downward facing dog. And be gentle with your entire body now. Feet, ankles, legs, arms, everything. Walk that dog. Be mindful. Fingers are splayed, your hands are shoulder width apart. We're gazing down to our feet are hip distance apart. Just keep walking them, and you'll see with each and every pedal of your feet, the range of motion will increase. So once you give your head a nod in the shake just to get rid of any possible tension that you have in your neck area, rotating your upper arms out and squaring those shoulders, pulling shoulder blades down towards your tailbone. And then finding some stillness in this downward facing dog. Your sit bones want to get a glimpse of that ceiling, and you'll feel that stretch in your hamstring. If your knees are bent, that is absolutely perfectly fine. If your legs are straight, pull those kneecaps up into your thighs and firmly pressing into those palms of your hands, lengthening that spine, allowing your chest to travel down towards your thighs. If your heels are on the ground, on the next inhale, raise those toes off the mat, engaging your shin muscles. And exhale, dropping those toes down. Inhale, let's all raise our heels off the mat, keeping that chest close to our thighs, lengthening from the pelvis all the way up to the shoulders and into the arms. On the next exhale, lower those heels down again. Inhale, look forward, and let's travel into a plank. As well, be mindful again, rotating those shoulders away from your ears until you are perfectly flat. And we're going to stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, pull those heels back, engage those legs, 4, 3, 2, shoulder blades are away, pulling down towards your sit bones, 2, and 1, and then push back into downward facing dog. On the next inhale, come forward again, into plank. And then let's take that left knee forward to our left elbow. Do some core. Exhale, take that foot back. Inhale, take the right knee forward towards the elbow. Exhale, take the right foot back again. 3 more on each side. Left knee forward on the inhale. And exhale the foot back. Inhale on the right side. And exhale, foot back. 2 more. Left inhale forward. And back. Right inhale, knee forward to the right elbow. Exhale back, look straight down to the mat. Inhale, on the left side, knee goes to elbow and back. And right inhale, right elbow and knees touch and back. And lower your knees down to the mat. Take them to the edge of your mat. Come down into wide knee child's pose. With your arms extended, allow your belly and chest to travel down towards the mat. And look left or right, and allow those arms to relax. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths and really allow your lumbar spine and your lower abdominals to completely relax. Grow heavy. Allow that belly button to travel down towards the mat. Allow your shoulders to become soft. Allow the arms to grow heavy. And 2 more breaths. And last inhale. And long exhale. On the next inhale, come on back up. Let's come straight into that plank. And on the exhale, we're going to lower our heels to the right. If you want to do this in low plank, by all means, move down onto your elbows. Inhale, we come back to center. Exhale, we come to the left. If you want to alternate between low and high planks, be my guest. Exhale to the right with your heels. Inhale back. Center. Exhale left with your heels. Inhale center. 2 more on each side. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left with your heels. Inhale center. Exhale, drop those heels to the right. Inhale center. Exhale, drop those heels to the left. And inhale center. Very good. Let's come into low plank. If it's too much to be in plank, just lower your knees down onto the mat and flatten your toes. Here again, inhale, we're in the center. Exhale, we're going to move those heels down towards the mat on the right side. Inhale, center. Drop those heels to the left side on your exhale. Come back to center. 2 more on each side. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Keeping those legs engaged. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, your knees down onto that mat, dropping those tops of your feet, and then allowing your pubic bone to slowly move down towards the mat. At the same time, lengthen that spine forward. So imagine somebody's pulling you forward on your sternum and pulling your shoulder blades down towards the mat. So you're opening up your chest and lengthening your spine at the same time. Shoulders pulling away from your ears, your instincts bones looking straight forward. Your toes are pointed. Inhale, lengthen a bit more. Exhale. Soften the shoulders a bit. Inhale, lengthen. Don't contract your glutes, please. Exhale, soften the shoulders a bit. Last time, inhale, lengthen that spine, pulling all the way from your pubic bone all the way up to the tip of your nose. And exhale, soften those shoulders and come to lie on your mat, making a cushion with your hands and placing your cheek on it. And just gently sway your hips from side to side. Next inhale, take your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes under, and then push up over your knees and come back into downward facing dog. Walk that dog, pedaling those heels, taking your ankles, knees, and hips along. And then finding some stillness. And then on the next inhale, look forward and step towards your hands and come into a half lift, rotating your shoulders away from your ears. And exhale all the way forward. If you want to take hold of your elbows, do so, and gently sway from side to side, and then travel into the soles of your feet with your attention to see whether you have 50% of your body weight on each foot or sole of your foot. Firmly pressing all 10 toes into the mat, I'd like you to gently sway or move your body weight forward so that there's like a 70-30 ratio between the front of your foot and your heel. Your hands are close enough to the floor, you will not fall over. Your legs will automatically engage and you'll feel the outside of your thigh muscles and hip muscles engage a bit more. Inhale, lengthen that spine. Exhale, allow those hands to travel down towards the mat. Moving your feet about hip distance apart, which is 2 fists. Take your right hand, place it in between those feet. Take your left hand onto your lumbar spine. Bend that right leg. Inhale, lengthen that spine. If you have to move up to your fingertips, that is perfectly okay. Exhale, open up to the left side and then reach that left hand up towards the ceiling. Just a nice stretch from your hips all the way up to your shoulders. Inhale, reach up some more with your left fingertips. Exhale, come on down. Let's change sides. Left hand is in between your feet. Your left knee is bent. Right hand goes onto your lumbar spine. Inhale, lengthen that spine. You have to come onto your fingertips of your left hand. This is perfectly okay. Exhale, open up on that right side, gazing up to the ceiling, and then you reach your right hand up towards that ceiling. Inhale, get long with that arm, and exhale, come down to center. Bend your knees, allow your belly to rest on your thighs. And on the next inhale, we're going to come into that low squat or chair pose. Your shoulders are pulling away from your ears, your arms are reaching out, fingers pointing away from you. You're not sitting on your calves. Your glutes are floating somewhere in midair. Exhale, forward fold. And curl that chin down towards your chest so that you'll feel it lengthening in your neck. Inhale, come into that low squat one more time. Firmly root those soles of your feet into that mat. 10 toes are pressing down. Exhale, forward fold. Because it was so nice, we're going to do it one more time. Inhale, come into that low squat and pull that belly button of yours back towards the spine to keep your lower back nice and strong. Exhale, forward fold. And on the next inhale, we're going to go into standing position. Either come straight up with a flat back or roll up, whatever feels most comfortable to your spine. Pulling your arms up, fingertips reach up towards the ceiling, shoulders go up as well, lengthening that gap between your hips and your shoulders. And then exhale, take your shoulders down and your hands to Anjalina Mudra. Come to the front of your mat. We're going to inhale, we're going to flow through, reach up, pull shoulders down, exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, come into half lift, shoulders away, gaze goes down. Exhale, step back with your left foot, come into plank. Bending your elbows close towards your ribs. Go down into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Pulling those shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, come back into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, hopper step towards your hands, come straight into a half lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, reaching your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands come down and shoulders as well. One more time, inhale. Exhale, swan dive into a forward fold. And inhale, come into a half lift, gaze down, keeping that neck nice and straight. Exhale, step back with your right, come into plank. You can also go down onto your knees if that is too much, being in plank. Bending your elbows close to your rib cage, keeping them there. Inhale, rotate your shoulders backwards, gaze up, come into cobra. Tuck your toes under and roll back into a downward facing dog. Over your knees, your feet are hip distance apart. And this is to walk that dog. Taking your knees and hips along. If you want to take your shoulders along, do so. And really feel that beautiful stretch all along the back side of your body. Find some stillness, and on the next inhale, look forward, upward step towards your hands, come into a half lift. And forward fold on your exhale. And then inhale, come all the way up, reaching your fingertips up. On the exhale, pull your shoulders down and hands come in front of your heart center. Come onto your mat. Come into a, how are we going to do this? Stretch both legs. And then take your right knee towards your chest. It's easier. Your left leg is engaged, your left foot is flexed. Then take your right foot over your left thigh. Try to get that right sole of your foot flat onto that mat. Make sure both sit bones are rooted down through into that mat. Lengthen that spine and then grab hold of your right knee. Pull it towards your chest with your lower arm, your left arm, and then take your right hand, place it behind your tailbone. Lengthen that spine. Use the upper arm of your right side, pressing it up against your rib cage so that you get leverage so that you don't fall over. And on the exhale, we are going to twist over to that right side. Nice twist from your belly button all the way up towards your head. On the next inhale, look forward, exhale, come forward with the entire upper body. Let's same sides. Extend your right leg, flex your foot, take your left foot, place it over your right thigh, firmly pressing all 10 toes plus the sole of your left foot onto that ground. Hugging that left knee close towards your body with the elbow of the inside elbow of your right arm. And then take your left hand behind your sit bone or tailbone, pressing your bicep of your left arm against the left ribs of your body. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist over to that left shoulder. As well, feeling that twist. If you want to pull your belly button back towards your spine, you'll see that you can pull your left knee closer towards your chest. You'll feel that stretch across your glutes, that piriformis on the outside of your left thigh. You might feel a bit of a pull in the back, left and right of your spine. On the next inhale, look forward and slowly curl forward. Now, take your right leg, keep it at a 90-degree angle if possible. If you're sitting alongside the long side of your mat, try to line your lower leg. It doesn't matter whether it's your left or right because we only have two sides, luckily. Try to line your shin bone with your mat. Flex that foot. And then we're going to take the left leg and we're going to place it on top. Yes, it hurts for everybody, including the most rubbery person, I do believe.
flex both feet just to protect your knees. And there most probably will be a gap between your upper knee and your lower ankle. So if we're like this, most of the time our hips will shift to the side where your lower leg is. Now move your left hip and sit bone down towards the mat so that your hips are parallel to the ground. And you'll feel a beautiful stretch across or along the outside of your hips, maybe in your hip flexor, maybe in your glute, depending on how tight the hips and the hamstrings and the thighs are. Just keep those feet nice and flexed. Lengthen that spine on your inhale. And if this is not enough of a stretch, then take your hands in front of your body and slowly allow your upper body to walk over your legs and walk your hands away from the ceiling. Try not to round your back. Try to imagine somebody's pulling you from your sternum straight forward, like in Sphinx pose beforehand. And relax those thigh muscles and try to relax the hip muscles. Make sure that your left or the upper ankle is right smack bang on top of your lower knee. Beautiful stretch. And let's just breathe into that. I'm going to stay here for another 2 breaths. It's called fire log pose. I guess it just generates a lot of heat. And really use that exhale to release that tension in your muscles and allow them to soften and lengthen. Take the longer you're in this pose, the nicer it gets. On the next inhale, slowly using your hands, come back to an upright seated position. And let's change sides. Again, make sure that the shin of your lower leg is parallel to the edge of your mat. Your foot is flexed, and then just stack that upper leg on top. One side will always be easier than the other, even if it's only infinitesimally easier. Flex the foot of your upper leg, and their upper ankle is placed just above your lower knee. Again, transfer some weight into that upper hip so that your hips are parallel. And inhale, lengthen that spine. And if this is enough of a stretch, then just remain seated. If you want a bit of an added stretch, take your hands in front of your body and slowly walk your hands away from those stacked legs. Again, you're being pulled straight forward from your sternum, and you will feel an exceedingly huge stretch in your outer hips, your piriformis, maybe along your thighs. And just use that breath to lengthen and soften those muscles, especially on the exhale. I'm going to stay here for 2 breaths as well. And last breath. And the next inhale, slowly come back so that you've got your body weight, upper body weight just above your hips. And just unstack those legs. And come into a Bakasana butterfly pose. Doesn't matter how close you're taking your feet. It can be very close to your pubic bone, which will actually relieve any pain or tension you have in your hips. And just flutter those legs up and down like butterfly wings, just to get rid of that tightness that we felt just now in that fire log pose. And then come to a standstill or unflap those wings, and then taking your left foot to the outside of your left glutes, and then take your left foot across. We're doing the same thing just with bent legs like we did before when we took that one foot across the stretched leg and placed it next to the thigh. Again here, both sit bones are rooting into the ground. If you want to move the fleshy bits away from the sit bones, then do so. And the left sole of your foot is firmly pressing into the ground. And we're going to hug that left knee with your left inside of your elbow. Take your right hand behind your sit bones, and we're just going to twist towards the right side. Gaze goes over your right shoulder, closing those hips in a different way today. Inhale, look straight forward, and swap legs. Taking your left leg under you, left heel goes just right of your right glutes. Taking that left leg over, or left foot over your right thigh, pressing your right foot firmly into that ground, hugging your right knee with the right inside of your elbow. Take your left hand behind your sit bones. Again, make sure both sit bones are rooted into the ground, or else you won't get the same effect. And then exhale, twist over to your left side. Inhale, look forward, and come back into Bakasana. This time, taking your feet about the length of your upper body away from your lower body, and then just allow your spine to grow round first before we're moving forward. Allow your spine to go round from your sit bone into your lumbar spine, into the middle, and now you'll feel that your upper body weight is still firmly just above your sit bones. Now we just slowly want to shift that upper body weight forward, at the same time moving the top of our head down towards that groove that we formed between both soles of our feet. If you need to move your feet away so that you can aim the top of your head into that groove, then do so. Your arms, your shoulders, your hands, they're relaxed. Palms are facing up or down. I'll leave that up to you. And just allow that head to grow nice and heavy and travel down towards that groove. If it's not touching your feet, stack your fists on top of each other. If that is not enough, grab a book or two, or use the hands as balancing or leverage. Just don't give them too much weight. I'm going to stay here for 5 breaths, allowing those hips to grow soft. We're not tugging on our feet, just allowing gravity to pull the shoulders, neck, and head down towards our feet. And you will feel that with each and every exhale, any possible tightness that you might have in your lower back, in your hips, even in the upper parts of your thighs, will lessen. And if you want to help it, then go into your hips with your attention and actively allow them to let go. Allow any possible tension on the inner thighs to release as well. We'll get another 2 breaths here. And last inhale. And long exhale. And on the next inhale, with the help of your hands, slowly uncurl or lift your head off those feet until the weight of your upper body is just on top of your hips. And then just allow that spine to still be round, shoulders are round, and your head is drooping down towards your left. And only on the next inhale, tighten your core first, and then start uncurling your spine from your tailbone into the lumbar, keeping that core nice and tight. Square those shoulders, lengthen that neck, and gaze forward. Very good. Now stretch those legs out, and it doesn't matter how big that angle is between both of your legs.
Move the fleshy bits away from your sit bones. Again, either have your feet flexed or pointed as long as you have some tension in and across your ankles. That is fine. Inhale, reach those arms up towards the ceiling, and exhale, move forward with your sternum again. Your back is as flat as possible for as long as possible. Your tips of your toes are facing backwards, not forward. And when you've reached that point where you think, okay, I can't move forward anymore, allow the palms of your hands to rest down onto the floor. And with the inhale, pull that belly button back towards your spine, pulling shoulders away from your ears, lengthen that spine. And on the exhale, walk those fingers further away from your body, making sure that you feel a beautiful stretch on the inside of your thighs. The tip of your toes are facing backwards. On the inhale, belly button goes back. Lengthen the spine. You can gaze down towards the floor. Exhale, allow that chest to move further down towards the mat. And one more inhale, belly button back, lengthen your spine. Exhale, move that torso down towards the mat. Next inhale, gaze towards your hands and use the palm of your hands to slowly move your upper body just above your hips again. Tighten that core. And only on the next inhale, start stretching that spine again, squaring your shoulders, looking straight forward. Still a bit of tension across your ankles, either flexed or pointed. We are going to inhale up, and we're going to exhale over to the right side, keeping that chest open. Allow your right hand to move down to either your thigh, shin, or ankle. And your upper arm is pulling. Make sure both sit bones are still rooted down into that mat. Gaze up towards the ceiling so that you can keep your chest nice and open. Inhale, come back. Exhale, move over to the left side. Your left hand goes either onto your left thigh, shin, or ankle. Reach up with your right hand and then move over to that left side with your right hand. Feel that opening from your right tip across your side or along your side body up into your shoulders. Open that chest and look up towards the ceiling. Both sit bones are rooted down into your mat. On the next inhale, slowly come on back. And just rotate those shoulders backwards and forwards, and then use your hands to move your legs back together. Your legs are bent. Cross those knees and just take your hands behind your glutes and shake them or sway them from side to side at the knees, not the hands. Uncross and recross. Just closing those hip bones. And then come to lie. No, not lie onto your mat. We're not done yet. Let's stretch the front side of our body. Taking your hands behind your glutes, fingertips are pointing towards your glutes. Your fingers are splayed so that you can firmly press into those hands. We're going to inhale into our chest, open the chest up, rotate your shoulders back. Your feet are hip distance apart. If that is enough of a stretch, firmly pressing into the palms of your hands so that you can stretch those arms, and you'll feel a stretch along those arms across the front of your chest, and you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. If that is enough, then you stay there. Else, on the next inhale, raise that pelvis up towards the ceiling. Remember, you've got a balloon in between your knees. Your thighs are engaged, your glutes are engaged, and you're pushing your hip bones up towards the ceiling. Firmly press the soles of your feet into the mat, all 10 toes as well. And then either look alongside the front of your body or drop your head in between your shoulders. It's a beautiful stretch in your arms. You'll feel it along your bicep, opening that chest as well, and you'll feel your thighs working real hard. Keep pressing those hip bones up towards the ceiling. You'll feel your hamstrings engage as well. And stay for another 3 breaths. Firmly press those hands and feet into the ground. 2 more breaths. And on the next inhale, add your head in between your shoulders, lift your head, gaze along the front side of your body, and on the next exhale, slowly lower those glutes down onto the ground. And then allow your upper body just to rest against your thighs and drop your head in between your knees. And you might feel tingling in your hands and along your arms, meaning your muscles did a great job. And the next inhale, slowly come out of this, and let's just go into boat pose because we were just sitting in a boat pose. Okay, now we want the core to work. We don't want the hip flexor to work. If your hip flexor kicks into action, rather hold your thighs, okay? Get our chest open and rotating the shoulders backward and either holding our thighs or we're reaching our arms out. Get a smile from ear to ear, and then we're gonna lean our upper body back until that core really starts kicking in. If you wanna stretch your legs, by all means do so, or one leg or the other. We're gonna stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then cross your legs, gently lift your glutes off the mat. And let's go straight into that boat pose again, opening the chest, rotating your shoulders back, and stretching those arms. Your toes are pointed for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your legs, lift your glutes, sit down again, and last time. Find that angle, open the chest, rotate your shoulders backwards, stretch your arms out, and point those toes. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your legs, lift your glutes, sit down, and slowly lie down onto the mat, keeping your soles of your feet on the mat, taking your arms out to the side, gently sway those knees from side to side. Lengthen your neck by tugging your chin down towards your chest. The palms of your hands are facing down. And either you stay like that, still swaying your knees from side to side just to eliminate any possible tension in your lower back, or you drop your knees to the left side and look over to your right arm, allowing the inner thighs of both legs, but predominantly that one of your left leg to simply relax and allow that left leg to go down towards the mat. On the next inhale, come back to center with your knees and nose, and exhale, your knees to the right, gaze over to the left side. Again, release any possible hold on both inner thighs. Predominantly, now this one on the right leg. Allow that right leg to go heavy and relax down towards the mat. The next inhale, come back to center. Lengthen that neck. And then just draw a couple of line figure eights with the tip of your nose. I'll leave it up to you how big that figure eight's going to be. But just to get that atlas nicely aligned again. And do it in both directions. And then hugging your knees towards your chest and gently swaying from side to side. And then stretch those legs and arms, coming to bear pose, flexing your ankles and your wrists. All 10 toes and 10 fingers are beautifully splayed apart. Your legs are engaged. Your chin is tucked down towards your chest and your shoulder blades are flush with the mat. Elbows, no elbows, shoulders are away from your ears. Your core is not working at all. It's beautifully relaxed. I'm going to stay here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and shake it all out. any remaining residual tension we will get rid of. The toes and the fingers and the wrists and the ankles, the calves, anything that needs to be moved, move it. For another 3, 2, 1, and release those legs and arms down onto the mat or past the mat. Allow your feet and ankles to relax and fall outward, and turn the palm of your hands upward. Find a beautiful relaxed position of your spine. Make sure you're not cold. And let's just float into Shavasana, allowing our entire body and mind to simply relax. Your feet and ankles, relax. The shins, calves, and knees, relax. Your thighs, hips, and glutes, relax. Your belly, your chest, your shoulders, relax. Your arms, wrists, palm of your hands and fingers, relax. Your neck, the back of your head, relax. Your forehead, your eyebrows, the space between your eyebrows, relax. The tip of your nose, your lips, your chin, relax. Your cheeks, your ears, relax. Allow your entire body to grow heavy, sink into the mat, relax. With your next inhale, slowly bring your awareness to your fingers and toes. Move them slightly. Bring your awareness to your surroundings. Then into your body that's laying heavily on your mat. And take a deep inhale into your belly. Reach those fingertips all the way up, stretching your body from the tip of your toes all the way up to your fingertips. Ready? Curl one knee after the other towards your chest and gently sway from side to side, activating either Tingle up your knees, left and right of your spine. And then find yourself in embryo pose at the left or right, whichever side you prefer. Curled into a small ball, not holding on to anything, and allow that calmness just to sweep over you. And with your next inhale, when you're ready, come back up to seated position. Firmly rooting down through your sit bones one last time, lengthening that spine on your inhale. Taking your hands into your lap, left hand onto your right hand. Your thighs, hips, and belly are relaxed, as are your shoulders and forehead. And then take your awareness on a slow journey throughout your body. And should you encounter any disease or discomfort, acknowledge it on your inhale and release it on your exhale. And with your next inhale, take your hands in front of your heart center into Anjalina Mudra. Your thumbs lightly touching your sternum. Lower your forehead down to your fingertips and recall that mantra, affirmation, or dedication from the beginning of the class. And repeat it to yourself 3 times. And thank yourself for the time and effort you invested in the best person in the whole wide world, yourself. I'm going to do 3 lines, breaths, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your open mouth. I welcome you to stick out your tongue to detox completely. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Moving your thumbs up to your forehead. With gratitude and love, I realize who I am. And move them down to your heart center. With gratitude and love, I realize what I have and what I have to give. Allow that feeling to spread throughout your physical and emotional body, outside into the world, and all the way out into the universe. And allow it to touch as many people as possible. Thank you so much for joining my class today. I hope you're feeling good, and I wish you a beautiful evening.